gentlemen, welcome in here to Allman, Iowa. Tonight is the last home game here for the North Polk Comet boys as they take on the Ballard Bombers. Should be a good matchup here. They faced off earlier in the year. No, they didn't. That was the girls.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is their first matchup here of this year, and Ballard is a good basketball team, so it should be a very interesting matchup here. North Polk following a very big loss to Dallas Center Grimes, 38-61, the final score of that one. And North Polk also missing their biggest piece, Jevin Sullivan, here tonight, as he's out with an Achilles injury.
Yeah, so, losing Jevin Sullivan is going to be huge. It's going to be more than huge for the Comets. It's going to be just monumental. Jevin Sullivan currently averaging 19.7 a game, and what he brings on the court is not only just points but leadership. And without him, it is going to be an absolute struggle for North Polk tonight. But I totally understand Coach's decision to save him for Monday in their first round of districts against ADM.
And it's also going to be tough for North Polk tonight to have to be able to guard Connor Drew, the 6'6" player here for Ballard, as he averages 18.9 points per game. And so they're going to have to try to find some way to stop him here early, as that will be their biggest challenge. We'll see how they go and attack that here tonight, and who's going to take the scoring load tonight. We know Luke Marin can put up numbers, as well as Andrew Weig, and Marcus Hopper. Hopper's been a big piece here recently.
Especially, in the most recent games, he's been doing a lot more than we've seen him do all season, coming in strong, playing that big man role just perfectly. What I say the Comets are going to need to do tonight if they're going to come out with a win is, first off, they're going to need to shut down Connor Drew, and that's fact number one. And next, people are going to have to be shooting shots, going to have to be making shots. They're just going to be able to put up more points than Ballard can, which obviously that's how you win a basketball game, but they're just going to need to be so frequent that Ballard can't really come back. And it's going to be a very tough challenge for the Comets.
Yeah, and as well as another player that they're going to have to look to stop is Ashton Herman. About 15 points per game for him, standing at 6'3". So they're a tall team here in North Polk. Not big at all, so they're going to have to try to find some way to work around it.
I know, especially missing their tallest player, their second tallest player, Jevin Sullivan, is going to be quite the hit as well. Marcus Hopper being the tallest player in the lineup right now, standing at 6'4", and he will end up being the man on the tip tonight, I believe, as well.
Yeah, and starting here, we're going to have Hunter Manock, Luke Mayering, as well as Marcus Hopper. Looks like Trevor Mathis is back in the starting lineup after suffering a little bit of illness there, as well as Kobe Bouchard starting here for the Comets. So a very familiar lineup, adding Hunter Manock there.
Yeah, just switch out Hunter Manock for Jevin Sullivan, and you have the lineup on an average night. Over here on the Ballard side, things looking pretty strong as well. Looks like we're going to have number 13, Kate Reinertson. I've been told that he got a spray tan recently, so that looks pretty cool. Looks like number 3, Mason Murphy, is going to be on the lineup here. He is the shortest player in the starting lineup, 5'9". That's going to put him just a couple inches taller than Hunter Manock and Kobe Bouchard. And number 23, Ashton Herman, that is the player averaging 15 points a game. He's looking every bit of it right now. And of course, Connor Drew, number 33, putting up 18 points a game. And finally, number 55, the sophomore, Cale Crow, also 6'5". Wow, look at him.
Yeah, so very tall lineup here. North Polk's not used to going against height. Their smallest player on the court right now is 5'9", and then it goes up to 6'3". So it should be tough here right off the jump for North Polk. Yeah, their tallest guy is 6'4".
Yeah, under the basket's going to be a real concern for the Comets, without a doubt.
Yeah, and especially rebounds. We know they've struggled with that all year long, and so being able to stop the offensive and defensive boards will be tough here for them.
Yeah, and we have to mention it again. The Comets are missing their best rebounder tonight, Jevin Sullivan. Obviously, Jevin Sullivan has gotten 117 total rebounds, averaging 6 rebounds a game. Behind him is Luke Maring. So Luke Maring will still be in the lineup. He is at 4.6, however. So hopefully Luke Maring can kind of get a few more rebounds tonight and make those stats look a little better.
And we'll take a short break here for the national anthem. And we are back, and for those of you just now tuning in, it's going to be North Polk Comets here versus Ballard Bombers. We're just about underway of tip-off, as we're just talking about Jevin Sullivan out of this game with an Achilles injury, so it's going to be tough. Somebody's going to have to pick up the offensive load here for the Comets, as well as pick up defensively, as we know Jevin is one of the better defensive players here on this North Polk team.
Yeah, no doubt. Kind of what I'm definitely going to see is Marcus Hopper going into that high post position that we often saw Jevin Sullivan in. Marcus Hopper here going to be on the jump against Connor Drew of Ballard.
And look at that size disadvantage there right away, as it's very evidently clear just looking at the floor.
Oh, yeah.
As Connor Drew is going to win the tip here for Ballard. Mason Murphy now with the ball. Murphy looking to set up the offense here for the Bombers, gets it over to Drew. Drew up top to Herman. Herman to Murphy, and Murphy tries to lob it there to Drew and can't get it to go.
Ooh, completely missed lob right there. Looks like Drew's going to go in for a flashy little dunk against the Comets right off the bat. Did not connect on that.
And Bouchard now with the ball for the Comets. Bouchard gets it to Hopper. Hopper hands it off to Maring. Manock swings it across to Mathis. Mathis pulls from three and hits his first shot of the night.
Comets are going to draw first blood.
A bit spotty from the perimeter all year, but he's able to knock down his first shot of the night. As Drew's going to hit right back with a three-point shot of his own.
Well, that's Connor Drew averaging almost 20 points a game. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if he goes for that tonight.
And Maring looking for somebody, gets it out to Bouchard. Down low to Hopper.
Hopper's big man moves just may not work on Ballard.
And that does not work, as that's blocked by Krogh, rebounded by Reinertson, gets it up to Murphy. Murphy out to Herman for three. Herman can't connect, rebounded there by Krogh. Krogh hands it to Murphy, back out to Herman. Over to Drew. Drew's going to pull in the eye of Manock. No good there. Murphy's there on the offensive board, hands it off to Herman. Can't get the layup to go. Manock's there on the board.
Yeah, you know, right there, that series made it very evident how important rebounds are going to be for the Comets tonight, and also made it painfully evident that if you're as short as Hunter Manock, you just cannot guard Connor Drew.
And we saw a little bit of lack of hustle there from Maring, as he just watched the rebound go in the hands of the Ballard offense.
I know, you know, Maring is typically a very aggressive player, which leads him into foul trouble, but right now I'd say being aggressive is just fine.
As Bouchard's going to get leveled there on the layup, he'll be at the line here for two.
Kobe Bouchard is the best free throw shooter in the Comet lineup.
Arguably the best shooter.
Yeah, I'd say that as well. He shoots 87% from the free throw line. Coming in right behind him, Luke Maring at 77.8, along as Andrew Weig at 77.8.
As Bouchard's going to get the first to drop here, his first bucket at the free throw line and only attempt.
He's going to go for his second right now.
And gets a second to drop there. Bouchard's on the board here with two. 5-3. North Polk leads by two. 6 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Reinertson with the ball. Up to Murphy. Over to Herman. High post to Krogh. Down low. Lays it up and in.
Wow. He's just so much taller than Marcus Hopper that is just, you know, under the basket is where Ballard's going to be super dangerous today.
As Manock has it in the corner. Up to Maring. Down low to Hopper. Out to Manock. Swings it to Mathis. Bouchard now. Screen from Hopper. Bouchard looks to drive left and gets it out in the corner to Mathis for another three. Mathis, 2 for 2 from deep here tonight.
You know, we said that someone was going to need to step up for North Polk, and I did expect it to be Trevor Mathis, even though he's a phenomenal player, but he's never scored a whole lot of points in a game. He already has 6 on the night. He may very well be the one to do the job.
So that's stolen away from Maring, and Mathis over to Bouchard. In the corner here to Maring. Bouchard up top. Looking to set up the offense here for the Comets. Screen by Hopper. Mathis in the corner. And a little bit of miscommunication. Tried to pass it to Hopper, but Maring's there to pick it up. And pass tipped out of bounds there by Krogh. And North Polk looking to get a little sloppy here. Going to have to pick it up if they're going to want to beat this Ballard team.
Oh, yeah.
Manock out to Maring. Screen from Hopper. Mathis in the left corner. Down low to Hopper. Hopper Covered by Crow. Lays it up and no good there on the nice fake, but Maring's on the O board. And blocked by Krogh. A foul's going to be called. Questionable there. I didn't quite see it, but it helps us as Maring's going to be at the line here for 2. As you mentioned, 78% free throw shooter at the line.
Yeah, 77.8% from here, so he's very reliable. I'll put him at the line any day of the week.
And can't get the first to go, just short there off the front iron. 8-5 here. Comets lead by 3 with 4:32 remaining here in the first. And Maring 0 for 2 on the line.
But Marcus Hoppert on the rebound.
And Hoppert's covered on baseline, gets it to Maring. Maring's going to look to pump fake, blocked by Krogh. Manock gets the rebound, lays it up, no good there.
The Comets are just not going to be able to do anything under the basket, and that's just how it's going to be.
Comets need to look to spread the floor here as the lane is clogged by guys well above 6'5". Murphy connects from the deep range, ball ties it up here at 8. Bouchard now with the ball here for the Comets. Hands it off to Manock. Over to Mathis. In the corner now to Maring. Mathis. Maring, right corner, drives baseline. Up and under. Nice reverse lay. Can't get the friendly bounce to go his way.
It's going to be Reinertson taking it across half. Reinertson recently got a spray tan.
And can't connect from 3 there. Also looks like Reinertson got some cupping done there on that left shoulder.
Yeah.
Bouchard now with the ball. Over to Mathis. Hands it off to Bouchard. Kicks it out to Maring. Pump fakes. Drives middle. Floats it up. And airballs that, but Hoppert's on the board. Tries to lay it up. No good. Rebounded by Herman, and foul's going to be called on Luke Maring, his first of the night.
Krogh, he's going to be able to really pump his stats up with blocks tonight. He's blocked almost everything the Comets have tried to put up under the hoop. Just easy shots are not going to be the thing for the Comets tonight. As Luke Maring picks up his first foul, he usually finds himself in foul trouble, so that's definitely not a good thing that he's getting one foul this early in the game.
Yeah, fouls have been an issue here all year for the Comets, as we've seen multiple players get into foul trouble almost as soon as the second half.
Yeah.
As Reinertson now kicks it over to Murphy. Murphy's going to drive middle and try to get the nice finger roll there. Can't get it. But Drew's on the rebound and gets it to go. 8-10 here. Ballard takes their first lead of the night.
It's worth mentioning that Krogh has 40 blocks on the season, over twice as much as any other player on his team. And it's definitely showing tonight as how many blocks he's gotten already.
As Maring can't get the layup there to go over Cade Reinertson.
You got to give credit for the Comets. They've kept this game very close, and they're going to keep fighting the entire time. Despite overwhelming odds, Ballard being a 5-loss team, it's impressive.
As Andrew Weig and Austin Parkins will check in the game here for Mathis and Maring. Now, Weig is one of those guys we've seen in the starting rotation quite a bit, but he's been taken out here for the last few games and hasn't even seen that much playing time recently.
Yeah, and it's Weig. He had a couple really good games at the beginning of the season, just knocking down threes like it was nothing. He actually had the second highest points per game on the team. He has since dropped off a little bit in production. Hopefully, he can come back to that tonight.
As Murphy has the ball here for the Bombers, gets it over to Herman for the corner 3, knocks it down in the eye of Weig. Bouchard gets it all the way down the floor to Weig. Out to Parkins for 3. Parkins, first 3 here on just as many attempts. Murphy over to number 11, Sam Peterson. Back to Murphy. Eel gets it to Murphy. Murphy floats it there for Drew. Drew misses the first lay, gets his own rebound, lays it up and in for the and 1. His first trip here at the line tonight.
Foul is going to be called on number 12, Austin Parkins, the freshman who just made that 3-point shot. Here you have Trevor Mathis, the groundhog himself, checking into the game, as well as Thomas Jones, who stole my cookie at lunch today. No hard feelings, Thomas. You're one heck of a basketball player.
As Drew's shot at the line there is good. 11-16 here. North Polk Comets down by 5.
You know, right now the energy in this room is already pretty electric. You know, there's great rivalry between these two teams, and both student sections are really putting it on tonight.
As that's tipped out of bounds there by Peterson.
Looks like Trevor, the groundhog Mathis, going to inbound this one.
Parkins gets a high post to Mathis. Back out to Parkins for 3. And no good there, but Weig's on the offensive board. Out to Mathis. Mathis can't control it. Gives it over to Weig. Down low to Jones.
Jones decides a big man move is not what he needs.
Jones looking for somebody, couldn't find anybody. Tried to force a pass there to Bouchard, and it's turned over, and that's going to be off the hands of Drew. So it'll be Comets ball. Andrew Weig inbound here to Bouchard. Weig gets it across half court to Parkins, back to Weig, who floats it up, no good. Rebounded by Io.
Comets been totally ineffective from the below the hoop. They need to stop taking those shots.
Murphy gets it over to Io. In the corner now. Back out to Murphy. And Weig tries to hustle after the rebound. It's going to be tipped off of him by Ashton Herman. Number 5, Nick Edwards will be checking in the game here for Murphy. Peterson inbound. Inbounds to Drew, who's going to pull up right away and knock it down. Left uncontested there, hits the shot. Bouchard inbounds to Mathis, back to Bouchard, up to Weig. Double team over to Bouchard. 14 seconds remaining, 11-19. Mathis, 7 seconds. Bouchard now.
Cody Bouchard usually trusted with the end of the quarter shot. Oh, and it's going to be stolen away. No good.
Isle no good on the shot there. 11-19, your final score here after the first quarter. North Polk started off strong, looked to slow down here offensively as well as defensively, as they're letting open threes go all around from Connor Drew. 11 points here in the first.
Oh yeah, you know, Connor Drew's every bit the basketball player we expected him to be coming into this game. He might be going for a career high for points tonight. Missing Jevin Sullivan has been just bad for the Comets. Dare I say, if he was in this game right now, the Comets would be up right now.
Yeah, as well as Comets offense, a lot of turnovers here early. And it started off strong, but now it's starting to begin to look sloppy, and it's not a good look. And they're going to have to clean some things up here if they're going to want to get back into this game.
Oh yeah, and especially just their moves under the basket and mid-range shots. That's where Jevin Sullivan shined. Jevin Sullivan can knock down threes all day, but his ability to make plays and be able to shoot those mid-ranges, even when they weren't available, to just be able to find them himself, that's what truly makes him stand out. And not having that for the Comets is just brutal.
Another thing is the height difference is killing North Polk right now.
Absolutely, the height difference is murderous, especially not having 6'3" Jevin Sullivan, the second tallest player on the team. That's really not good.
Yeah, North Polk will have the ball here to start the second quarter. Parkins will inbound to Bouchard. Bouchard over to Weig. Jones on the screen. Mathis in the corner. Mathis out to Parkins. Screen by Jones. Parkins drives right. Kicks it out to Bouchard. North Polk looking to slow it down here, trying to find an opening as Parkins is going to find one and can't connect from 3. Short there. Jones battles for the rebound. It looked like it could have been off the leg there of Edwards, but it will be off of Jones of the North Polk ball.
I got to appreciate Thomas showing in that hustle right there. Like today at lunch when he grabbed my cookie off of my tray and ate it in my face, definitely showed the aggression that he has pent up, and I like when he uses it on the court.
As Herman gets it over to Edwards, to Isle. In the corner now to Peterson. Edwards to Herman. And Edwards will take the three and knock it down. Nobody's out on him. Somebody's got to get a hand up here.
That is going to give Ballard an 11-point lead. That is not what the Comets need right now.
And that's the biggest lead here of the night, and the first double-digit lead. It's 11-22. Mathis now with the ball. Bouchard over to Parkins. Parkins drives left, finds a lane, lays it up and in. Cuts the deficit down to 9.
That is going to be the freshman's 5th point of the night.
And Herman can't connect there. It's going to be a foul called on number 5, Nick Edwards. And so it'll be North Polk ball.
Looks like we've got a big roster change for the Comets right now. We got Mannock, Maring, and Hopper coming back into this game.
As Parkins is going to inbound here. Pressure defense here, full court from Ballard. As Parkins will take it across half, kicks it out to Mathis for 3. Mathis can't connect there, 2 for 3 from deep tonight.
Here comes Connor Drew. Whoa, huge pass from Drew, and is going to be tipped out of bounds off the hands of, I believe, Maring.
As Edwards will inbound. Finds Peterson. Peterson looking down low, gets it up top to Herman. And Drew tips it back to Edwards. Over to Peterson in the corner to Herman. Drives middle, hops, blocked by Parkins, rebounded by Maring. Luke Maring here with the ball, covered by Herman. Over to Mathis. Mathis picks up his dribble, finds Mannock.
So the Ballard defense has been really tough for the Comets right now.
As that pass gets into Hopper, and Hopper will lay it up and in off the heavy defense there from Edwards.
That's going to be his first points, cutting the lead down to 7.
And Edwards no good on the 3. Hopper's on the board. Mannock here. Mannock gets it across half. Hands it off to Maring. Almost stolen away there. Gets it to Parkins. Screen by Hopper. Hopper looked like he was going to roll there. Parkins was waiting for the roll, but Hopper just kind of stood around.
A little miscommunication there between the freshman and sophomore.
As Peterson gets it down low. Gets it out to Drew here, who's going to try to lay it up. And a foul's going to be called here, no charge. So he's going to be at the line here for 2.
That's going to be Marcus Hopper's first of the night.
So Edwards here back at the free throw line for 2. 15-22, 4:57 remaining in the half.
Wow.
No good on the first.
You know, I would love some chocolate milk right now, not going to lie.
Back into the game for the Blockers, number 13, Kate Wright, number 55, Caleb Rowe.
And Edwards' second attempt here at the line. And
no good.
Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Mannock.
Mannock guarded by the spray tan king. He steals it away.
Stolen by Reinertsen. Stolen back by Maring. North Polk struggling to find any offensive rhythm here in the second quarter as that pass is tipped out of bounds. They have to clean something up because right now it's been turnover after turnover and they can't find any opening, and they try to force it down in the lane, which just leads to tip passes or block shots.
Oh, yeah. You know, the Comets are going to need to get a couple more points right now in order to make this game interesting again, but a 3-point shot puts the Comets at 4 points of Ballard, and that's really exciting. And here's one from Parkins, no good.
Way short there and to the right as it barely skims against the rim. Isle here now with the ball up top to Edwards. Back to Isle. Isle's going to go baseline, kick it out to Edwards. Skips it across to Murphy. Isle for the 3. No good there. Krog's on the rebound and floats it up and in. Krog making that 6'5" height look very good.
Oh, yeah. And here's Bouchard going to take it across half.
And screened by Hopper. He rolls. Mannock can't find him. Mannock drives left. Stops. Spins. Finds a lane to float it up. And
you know, Hunter Manock, 5'2", but when he stands on his money, he is 5'8", and so he really used that height tonight. His response is made by Nick Edwards of Ballard.
And Bouchard now with the ball. Hands it off to Parkins. Screen left by Hopper. Parkins behind the back, over to Mary. Hands it off to Bouchard. Drives right, hops back, can't get the layup to go. Hopper tries to get the rebound. It's going to be tipped out of bounds by Reinertson. It'll stay North Polk ball. They'll take it in from underneath. Bouchard to inbound.
Here's Andrew Weig. You know, Andrew Weig, I hate to put too much faith in him as he hasn't really played too much in this last half of the season, but if he can play real good tonight, it changes a lot as Marin goes up for his first of the night.
Great find there by Bouchard as Marin has a wide open shot there. And Reinertson's going to drive baseline. Gets it to Drew, who gets a nice pass there to Krogh. Gets the easy lay in.
And that's going to extend the lead here back to 9. The Comets have done a great job of keeping Ballard at least pretty close. But can they stage a big enough comeback to come back? The Comets are always best in the second quarter historically, so maybe that can be what happens again tonight.
As Manock almost turns it over. Weig recovers. Hoppered inside, no good. Rebounded by Krogh. Krogh inside is just way too much. His height advantage is definitely
big,
helping out.
He's got long arms. He's not afraid to use his body, and that's what gets the Comets.
As Reinertson gets called for a travel there. Decided to walk with it before taking the dribble. Bouchard here with the ball.
Kobe Bouchard, 6'12", pass it to Mering.
Screen by Hopper. Manock now, covered by Reinertson. Hands it off to Mering. Manock. And almost stolen away there by Ashton Herman. Tipped out of bounds. Mering will take it in from the sideline. 9-point deficit here. 1:53 remaining here in the first half.
Yeah, you got to be worried a little bit about the struggles that the Comets tend to have in the third quarter. But I think that if they play well enough towards the end of the second here, if they get a few more baskets in unanswered by Ballard, they've got a real chance at this game. And there's Bouchard for 3, no good.
Can't hit that one there. Drew's on the rebound. Murphy Euros in, tries to lay it up. And
late foul
late
called.
Whistle is called here as it looked like Murphy just fell to the ground.
That's Marcus Hopper's second. That's going to be the Comets' fourth of this half. Yeah, this game has only been a low fouling game. We've seen games where both teams had at least 10 going into half. Tonight we have a combined total of 7.
As the first one from Murphy at the line is good. 19-29, extending that lead to double digits.
You know, Mason Murphy, we've seen him from the line quite a bit from Ballard. He's 80% from the free throw, so very locked down.
But no good on the second as Mering's on the rebound. Mering stops, gets it out to Weig. To Mering, down low to Hopper. Hopper's going to try to float it up, and a foul's going to be called here. Hopper's going to be at the line for 2.
Marcus Hopper has shot 43.5 from the line. He's not as consistent. However, keep in mind, he has only seen 23 attempts from the line, which is a pretty small number compared to other people on the team, such as Jevin Sullivan, who's seen 72.
As he's no good there on the first one. And gets a second there to drop. 1:14 remaining here in the quarter, 19-29.
19-20.
20 to
29, yeah.
Murphy now with the ball.
It's going to be met by both Comets.
Finds Herman, who's going to float it up. No good there off the front iron. Mering's on the rebound. Bouchard pushes it up to Weig in the corner. Mathis Looks down low, can't find Jones. Bouchard now drives left, kicks it over to Mathis.
The Comets seem to be forgetting that Thomas Jones has the best three-point percentage on the team.
As it's yet another turnover there from the Comets, and Herman's going to throw it down on the other end.
Won't even lie, that was a pretty cool dunk. Herman, you're a pretty short guy, so I really got to put some respect on that.
It's not too short. I mean, he's 6'3".
Never mind, he is not that short. Less respect has been put on it.
Mathis can't connect there. 23 seconds left in the half. Marin gets the board. Marin way long on the shot. Krog's on the rebound. Murphy.
Looks like both teams are going all out in these last couple seconds as Murphy goes in for his own little something, gets it in. No good.
It's going to be no shot. It's going to be an offensive foul on Connor Drew. Push in the back there. North Polk ball, 10 seconds left in the first half, 20-31.
That's going to be Drew's second foul. He seems a little bit confused and upset about that one. Looks like Ballard is going to sub in someone for... Oh.
And there's a discussion here between the refs. Not sure what about, as it's a pretty big foul to call and try to be discussing. So are they talking about maybe another call that was there on the floor?
Who knows? Or whether or not the push foul happened before?
So I'm not sure what that was about, but it's going to stay North Polk ball.
Oh, looks like they're going to give the basket. They're going to give the basket to Edwards.
Okay, the basket counts because the foul was after the basket. Okay.
There's Herman. He's back with the ball.
Herman
right away.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that. It's just yet another North Polk turnover. But Hoppert's there on the rebound as clock's going to expire. 20-33, 13-point deficit here for the Comets so far after the first half.
Wow, you know, the end of that second quarter started to get pretty spicy for both teams as the Comets were unable to get the points that they needed to get in order to really stay in the game for this half. So
and sloppy
not a good look. Yeah,
way
no
too
doubt.
many turnovers here early. And also, you see North Polk trying to put on a lot of screens, but they're screening nothing but air. They're not putting a body on anybody. They need to get physical here because right now their screens aren't doing anything but pushing air to somebody. I don't know. There's nobody being screened, and the defenders are working right around it.
Oh,
the screens right now have done absolutely nothing.
And that's just something that's going to have
the Ballard defense just closes right out on the ball handle.
I know.
So something's got to change. Somebody's got to want to get physical. Somebody's got to want to try to win this ball game. It's a 13-point deficit. They're giving it to them right now, throwing the ball away. Somebody has to want to do something to win this ball game. They look lost, and they look like they don't want to win.
I agree. And, I feel like the Comets, they've got it in their head that without Jevin Sullivan, they can't win this game, and that is not the case. They kept this game so tight, even without a doubt their best player, their top rebounder, their top blocker, their top stealer, their top point scorer especially. They've stayed in this game, and I feel like the Comets need to be reminded that they did all this without him.
And granted, they look for Jevin Sullivan to be the guy to step up and take those points and be their leading scorer, their leading defender, but he's not there, so somebody's got to want to do it.
Oh, yeah.
And right now I have not seen anybody want to step into the role and be the guy to carry this team to a victory.
Oh, yeah, and you got to give credit to Trevor Mathis. Early in the game, getting 2 clutch three-point shots. Those were big shots to have, and you got to put some respect on his name for doing that. So bravo to Trevor Mathis, and hopefully he can come out of the half and do the exact same thing and truly become what the Comets need right now. Or maybe it'll be Andrew Wide, had a couple huge games at the beginning of the year, hasn't shot a lot tonight. Could be Luke Maring as well, and it could be Marcus Hopper, who's been just doing great lately. Whatever the case is, I hope that the Comets can figure something out at halftime and come out with a fire.
And right now, 20-33, North Polk down by 13. We'll take a short break at half.
fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in here to Alleman, Iowa, as North Polk trails by 13, 20-33, as we are about underway to start the second half.
Oh yeah, you know, North Polk, I feel like me and Colby had a discussion at halftime about what it's going to take, and I think North Polk can still pull it off, but it's not going to be easy. Ballard, on the other hand, what they got to do to win this game easy is they just got to keep Krogh going crazy down low. He's blocked almost every single shot the Comets have put up. If they continue that little trend, then it's going to be lights out for the Comets. Connor Drew really performed a lot in the first quarter. The Comets did a good job of slowing him down with 11 points. But mainly the biggest thing for the Comets is someone is going to need to step up to fill the void that Jevin Sullivan has left being on the bench tonight.
Yeah, and with Jevin Sullivan out, they don't have a primary scorer because everybody looks to Jevin to be the guy to put up those points and to make the plays. And nobody has stepped up into that role that they're missing here tonight. And so somebody's got to want to fill the void and be that playmaker and be the guy to will their team to win here.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And I still feel like the Comets do have a chance, but before we start this half, I would like to extend a huge birthday shout out to Amy Mathis, who is in the crowd with us tonight, and her family at home. It's Amy's birthday. We're all really excited. She's been a huge supporter of Colby and I, so I'd just like to extend that. And with that, let's get back into this game.
And right now, your leading scorer here for the Comets, I believe, is Trevor Mathis with 6 points. And as well as for Ballard, it is Connor Drew with 11. So it's interesting to see how this second half will shape up here.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Marcus Hopper has been a little bit shut down by Ballard's big man energy. Hopefully he can kind of provide some of his own, try and counteract that. We'll see what happens.
Ballard will take the ball to start the second half. Murphy gets it over to Reinertson. Back to Murphy. Finds Herman for 3. And Herman knocks it down here from the corner.
Wow, what a start to the half for Ballard, making this a 16-point game.
Bouchard covered by Murphy. Over to Manock. Down low to Hopper and almost stolen away. Hopper can't get the roll to go his way. Murphy. Reinertson now. Over to Herman for another 3. Can't connect there, just short. Herman tries to get his own rebound. Throws it off the leg there of Mathis. It'll stay Ballard ball underneath.
You know, in the last game that Comets played, there was a player, I believe, named Owen something. He just seemed like a really cool guy. Ashton Herman of Ballard just doesn't seem like a cool guy.
As Murphy knocks down that deep range ball there.
That was a real clean shot right there from Murphy. Murphy seems like a cool guy.
It's probably because he hasn't dunked on us yet, Chris.
That's true.
As Manock down low to Hopper. As a foul's going to be called there on Krogh.
Hopper seems pretty displeased that Krogh's just been so aggressive, and really the only thing Krogh has, he's just big and he just goes over you, and that's frustrating for a lot of basketball players out here tonight.
As right now they can't find a way to get open on the perimeter, so they keep trying to force it inside, but Krogh's there. Just a big body in the paint, shutting it down. As that first one from Hopper, no good. As Krogh seems to keep pleading his case after that one.
The refs are just telling him, hey, cut it out, all right, get over it.
As the second one here from Hopper, it also no good off the back iron. Reinertson here on the rebound. Up the floor to Murphy. Over to Reinertson. Back up top here to Murphy. Finds Drew down low. Pump fakes. Gets a wide open lane on the right side and lays it up and in.
That is going to make this a 21-point game out of the half. The Comets have not scored a single basket yet.
And Mehring finds Bouchard on the cut, kicks it out to Manock for the open 3. Manock knocks it down here from long range.
You know, the Comets have just been great from the three-point line. If I were the coach, gosh, what's our coach's name?
Coach Wilkins.
If I was Coach Wilkins, I'd tell him to just, stop going in for the down low moves. Just stay outside the perimeter. I'm sorry, Coach Wilkins.
Herman can't connect there. Reinertson tries to get the board. And Krogh will grab it instead and lay it up and in. Showing that size advantage there on the offensive rebound. Manock here now, covered by Reinertson. Pump fakes left. Bouchard, screened by Hopper. And stolen away here by Drew. Stolen back by Mering. Nice hands there. Showing off some of those baseball skills he's got.
Lord knows it wasn't football skills because he dropped a whole lot of passes. Hey, just kidding, Luke, all love.
Mathis drives right, hands it off to Mering, who's going to step back and can't connect from downrange. So Mathis is on the board.
The groundhog himself.
Manock over to Bouchard in the corner here to Mering. Pump fakes, tries to go middle, swings it to Mathis, who's going to pull in the eye of Reinertson, knocks one down.
That's going to be Mathis's 9th. That is definitely going to be his highest scoring game of his career thus far with that one.
And Reinertson, a dual sport athlete for Ballard. He's a catcher in baseball and is committed to Valparaiso. So that's good news for him.
That's super prestigious.
As North Polk gets another steal, and Mathis back to Manock.
Yeah,
over to Mering.
The Comets have no college athletes on their team. So Ballard's only got that on them.
Besides, oh wait, yeah, no, they don't have anybody. And Mathis is going to get blocked there by Krogh. And gets it over to Bouchard. Bouchard looks to drive, hands it back to Manock. Bouchard now back up top. Screened by Hopper. And stolen away off the leg of Bouchard into the hands of Reinertson.
Looks like Mering's coming down with a little bit of a vengeance. Too late.
Mathis looked to stand there for the charge, and Reinertson just went right around him and laid it up and in.
Yeah, you know, I know our camera quality isn't great, but Krogh has been an absolute brick wall for Ballard. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, he looks like he ran into one. But man, he is a good basketball player.
Gets it over to Bouchard. Screened by Hopper. Hands it off to Mering, who gets blocked by Drew. So Reinertson here with the ball, crosses over, almost loses it. Dishes it down low to Krogh. Out to Herman. Back to Reinertson. Down low to Drew. Drew high post, gets a wide open lane to lay it up. He'll get fouled. Shot's no good. He'll be at the line here for two.
A foul might be on Luke Mering. Yes, it is.
26-45, 3:30 remaining here in the third.
Oh, the freshman, Jackson Nemmers, coming into the game. He is number 4. Nemmers had a very clutch performance against PCM JV that me and Colby got to see, scoring the last 8, including the game-tying free throw and then the game-winning free throw. So Nemmers definitely has a clutch gene in him, but can he pull it off in a varsity game?
And so Manock, Mathis, Mering, and Hopper will be taking a break here as Bouchard remains in the game. And that first one at the line, no good. Second one drops. 26-46, 20-point lead here by Ballard.
Connor Drews and other players shooting over 80% from the free throw line.
I do want to point out, if the camera does end up picking this up, there's a guy on their bench with sunglasses on.
Yeah, I saw that. He's got sunglasses and a towel. I'm not quite sure what he's going for.
Unless he just thinks he's cool wearing sunglasses inside.
I was about to say,
that's a move.
I don't know if he assumed it was drip or what, but it just... I mean, a concussion is just about the only thing that can justify that sort of look. I mean, otherwise, you just can't think straight with one of those. So
another bit of miscommunication there, as that ball's just thrown right out of bounds. Murphy now with the ball. Over to Peterson, back to Murphy. Isle in the corner. Back up top to Herman. Murphy drives right, hands it off to Krogh, who's going to pull way off on the shot there. Wags on the rebound. Bouchard up the floor here to Parkins. Tries to get it to Jones, back in the hands of Parkins, blocked from behind by Peterson. Herman's going to try to get the finger roll and toss it backwards.
Offensive rebounds, or defensive rebounds, just killed the Comets a little bit right there.
Tried to get fancy there with the finger roll. I think he forgot that. The ball's supposed to go forward into the hoop instead of back behind him.
Yeah, you know, that's Ballard education for you, ladies and gentlemen.
As he just kind of chucks it up there, no good. And stolen away by Weig.
Wow, Weig's got some hands on him tonight.
Does he have the baseball
arm
moves
to toss up some threes? Jones. Oh, and it's
throws it right
away
to Herman. Jones on the
coming
chase
down the court. He's on.
Herman's
Come on,
gonna
Thomas.
give a I can't tell if that was a dunk or a finger roll. Either way, if that was a dunk, that was kind of weak. You can do better. We saw it earlier.
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing. Thomas Jones stole my cookie today at lunch. I just wanted to see Thomas Jones body that guy on that dunk, but alas, he decided not to. All love to my boy Thomas. Really excited for track season with him soon.
And yet another turnover here for the Comets, as that has just been an absolute killer for them here tonight.
Yeah, the Comets have historically been not great in the third quarter. That's definitely coming out again tonight as their confidence is shaken. Lacking Jevin Sullivan's leadership, they're just not able to seem to get something together on offense, and they need to fast.
As Reinertson has it in the corner, gets it up to Isle. Over to Edwards, who's going to pull and knocks it down with very little contest on him there.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say it. Comet offense has been bad. Comet defense needs to get better too, though.
And what's the freshman's last name?
Jackson Nemmers.
Jackson Nemmers gets it over to Maring. Maring looks to drive baseline, steps back. Picks up his dribble, dishes it to Bouchard, who's going to drive in, float it up, no good off the front iron. Edwards now with the ball. Edwards over to Peterson. Back to Edwards. Isle in the corner to Reinertson. Pump fakes, drives baseline, lays it up, and in. 55 seconds remaining here in the third. 26-56. Quick 30-point deficit for the Comets. Nemmers out to wide. To Maring, hands it off to Bouchard. Bouchard to wide. Down low to Maring. And Nemmers can't get the floater to go. I'm still confused why we have not seen Nathan Crabb in this game.
Yeah, Nathan Crabb is just a player that I feel like was given playing time in the early season and definitely proved himself. I have no idea why he was moved down to JV. He's a great defensive player. He drives into the basket. One of the greatest mysteries of all time, dare I say.
And I have not seen him play in a varsity game in the last three times they played, as a foul's going to get called there on Connor Drew.
Wow, Connor
Freshman
Drew.
Nemmers will be at the line. But yeah, Nathan Crabb, one of the best, probably the best defensive player here on the Comets, is just an absolute pest in the passing lanes and got his minutes slashed as Austin Parkins, the freshman, now plays all the minutes that Nathan Crabb received. And so I'm not quite sure what went on there, but North Polk has yet to see their best defensive player out on the floor in the last few games here for the Comets.
Yeah, Luke Maring also a great defensive player, but the difference between Maring and Crabb is that Crabb commits a lot less fouls, and that's, Crabb may not be as efficient on offense, but he did have a couple double-digit games, and so honestly, I cannot see why he would have been taken out of the lineup, but I'm not Coach Wilkins. What do I know?
As Nemmers has his first varsity basketball points of his career there on that free throw with 1 point. 27-56, North Polk down by 29 as we enter the last 8 minutes here of the North Polk Comets boys basketball regular season.
Yeah, and during this break, I'd just like to take a quick break from basketball and just say that this right here is the last game that me and Colby are commentating. We started this little journey last year at the beginning of the season. I was asked, hey Chris, can you film some basketball games? And I said I'd do it, but I want to start doing a little bit of recording on it. And so I started recording these games, and we didn't have any sort of audio on it. And then I found Colby here. Colby has a huge passion for basketball, total basketball nerd, dare I say. I convinced him to come on with me, and the rest is history. We've been doing this for 2 years now. I've had some great memories. We watched some amazing games from both the boys and the girls. Even a few tears might have been shed when the girls gave us this amazing handwritten cards and some gift cards to thank me and Colby for our dedication to their teams. And so tonight is our last game, and I just want to thank everyone for tuning in, everyone who subscribed, as we go into the last 8 minutes of North Polk basketball here at home.
Yeah, thanks for all the support from a lot of you guys out there. A lot of you have tuned in and watched these games, and we've heard a lot of support from your family members or yourselves here, and we do appreciate that dearly as we did just recently start this, so it does mean a lot to you, a lot to us, for those of you who do tune in.
Yeah, and I would like to say that next year we recruited a couple freshmen that are looking to take the reins, so this is not the end of the broadcast.
As Bouchard has it up top, gets it over to Nemmers. Up to Maring. Bouchard Over to Weig. Weig looks to drive baseline. Gets it to Hopper. Hopper drives in on Krogh and blocked once again. As number 35 here, Henry Thompson, gets it over to Wonder into the hands of Khalil. And tried to get it back there to Thompson, but it's thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like it had a bit of a roster change in here for Ballard. I really got to applaud Krogh's play style of just stand down below the hoop and hope it works, because honestly, it is working really well.
Well, yeah, it definitely works when you stand there and you get the ball right there to you every single time.
Oh, yeah, the Comets are going to keep falling for that. They're going to keep getting the easy points off, or they're going to keep getting the easy blocks.
As the Nemmers here now with the ball. And Weig in the corner. Up top to Manon. Over to Mary. Nemmers. Down low to Manon. Nice cut there and nice dish by Manock to Nemmers as he gets it out to Mering, who can't connect from deep.
Just a bit short on that one.
Wonder here has the ball, gets it over to Khalil. Down low to Krogh. He's going to lay it right over the top of Nemmers.
Yeah, it looks like Ballard has benched their starters, save for Krogh for the rest of this game. They're just chilling over there on the bench.
And Nemmers here now with the ball. Over to Mering. Manock. And a timeout's going to be called here by North Polk. 6:19 remaining here, 27-58.
Yeah, Ballard here with a 31-point lead. It looks like Alex Upa is going to be coming in for Ballard. Who would have thought Upa would be a hoopa? Hey, because his last name is Upa, and it sounds like, yeah, Colby gets it. Colby got it, yeah.
No, I'm not going to lie, Chris, that was awful. But
low-hanging fruit is what that was, and I picked it. Excellent joke. You'll appreciate this one day.
I will say there is a number 35 in on the court, as well as a 25, but there's two of those listed on the roster, so I can't tell you if that's Khalil Calvert as 25 or Thompson or Watson. So I'm just going to go with my gut, as that is number 35, Thompson on the rebound.
Yeah, he looks like a Thompson.
And Peasley over to Thompson. Up top here to Khalil. And now it's Thompson with the ball. Hands it off to Peasley. Khalil gives it to Wonder. Back to Khalil, who's going to drive in with a miracle float that somehow gets it to go.
Wow.
And now Manock here with the ball. Gets it to Mering. To Weig. Back to Mering. And North Polk looking to slow it down, try to find an opening to cut into this 33-point deficit. As Weig's going to pull from way downtown, can't get it to go, tipped out of bounds by number 21, Isaiah Peasley, sorry.
Yep, Isaiah Peasley, that's correct.
So Wonder's going to inbound here to number 25.
Yeah, here we got
Josiah Khalil.
The two freshmen in the game right now in the lineup. I think North Polk's got a bright future here. We got no seniors right now in the current lineup. Losing just Cody Bouchard and Trevor Mathis, so they are super integral pieces to the Comet offense right now. Hopefully someone can step up and take their place when they graduate, and the Comet future looks kind of bright.
And Manock now with the ball. Swings it across to Parkins. And now Weig with the ball. Drives left, steps back, down low to Jones, who can't control it, does control it out to Weig. And Weig can't connect from way outside.
There was Jones right there. He can steal my cookie at lunch, but he failed to steal that ball. No hate to my boy Thomas. I love him to death, but, aggression, baby.
And 35, Henry Thompson now with the ball. Hands it off to Khalil. Khalil out to Thompson. Khalil in the corner. Back up top here to Thompson. Gets it to Peasley. Back to Peasley. Drives middle, lays it up. No good there. A foul's going to be called. Peasley at the line here for two. 27-60, 4 minutes remaining in the Comets' regular season here. And if they don't step it up here, the season's going to end in disappointment.
Yeah, I mean, the game against ADM on Monday, that is going to be at ADM in Adel. That game, I'm sure will be a good one. The first round of districts for the Comets, my mistake. And then tomorrow, the girls are at Grinnell. I don't know who they're playing against, but that is going to decide whether or not they get a trip to Wells Fargo.
And that first shot at the line there is good from Peasley. So he's going to check out the game as Ross is checked in the game here for Ballard. Parkins one bound here to Nemers. Nemers over to Bunkers.
Bunkers, well renowned for his speed.
No, not at all, Chris. Me and Bunkers were actually talking about this.
Well, yeah, that's why I say it every game.
Chris mentioned Bunkers' speed last game, and Bunkers thought it was comedy. Because on the baseball team, Bunkers is known for not being quick.
Yeah, no, I for those who don't know, it is kind of a bit of an inside joke. I've had a couple of those this season. Kobe Bouchard is actually like 5'9", 5'10". So that's why I always announce him as like 5'2". Hunter Mannock is also about 5'9", 5'8". That's why I announced him as 4'11". I feel like I gotta clear that up for the people that aren't.
Why gets from back. Way outside.
Yeah, continuing on to that, Jack Bunkers is not very quick. Especially in football, and so that's kind of like an inside joke we had, so that's why I always announce him as well renowned for his speed. And Thomas Jones did not steal my cookie today.
Thomas Jones didn't steal a cookie? That's disappointing.
He didn't. Thomas Jones doesn't have a mean bone in his body.
That three is answered right back by Drake Wonder. Call him Boy Wonder from way outside.
Yeah, leave the puns to me. How do you spell his last name?
W-U-N-D-E-R.
Oh, yeah, it's just straight up Wonder. That's neat.
As Jones is fouled there, he'll be at the line for two. One thing about Jack Bunkers, though, great player on JV.
Oh, yeah.
Hits the deep range ball, and let's talk about his physicality. He's always out there shoving somebody. He's getting into it with somebody. He's very close to starting fights, and I love seeing that from Jack.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and here's Nathaniel Crabb, the best defensive player for the Comets coming into the game. Now, that part we are actually serious on. Nathan Crabb is an amazing defensive player who I feel like was wildly underutilized this season, but what can you do about it, you know?
He was heavily used at the start of the season, and I think proved the reason why he was getting so many minutes at the start of the season, but then he was just cut from the lineup.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but he's back in right now, so that's nice to see.
So that's going to be tipped out of bounds there by number 25, Josiah Khalil, and that'll go the other way. Nemers here with the ball for the Comets.
Pull it from right there, Nemers. All right, next time then.
Nathan Crabb down low to Thomas Jones. Jones using the big body. He lays it up and in and one.
Ladies
Flex
and gentlemen,
on him, why don't you, Thomas?
You know, I want you to know that if Thomas makes this free throw shot, I'm going to put down my headset and yell "Atta baby Thomas" as loud as I can. So I want to say be ready for that.
I will say, Cale Krogh, if he was in the game and Thomas was in, I'd be scared of Thomas Jones. He's a scary guy.
Oh, yeah. You know, you just have a guy to put Krogh in his place.
Thomas Jones gets a steal. Big body in the paint, and looks like he could have got fouled there, but
Whoa! Wow! Looks like number 21 right there. Isaiah Peasley just lowered his shoulder right into Crabb.
Came flying in, a little bit of aggression there.
You know, if they had that in football, then we wouldn't have beat them 28-0. Can we mention that? That was embarrassing.
We did curb stomp Ballard in football. That is true. His Bunkers can't connect from down low, but Crabb is there on the rebound, can't get the floater to go. It's going to be Ballard Bombers ball going the other way.
Yeah, minute 30 remaining in this game. It's looking like a fun time for North Polk.
And as
they're taking Thomas
Josh
out.
Gehring is going to be checked in the game here. We talked about last time his great mullet. Way better than state wrestler Dylan Miners.
As well as Mark Cox. We got to say it's better than his. And I feel like it's also worth mentioning that it is far better than Mason Ostrander's as well. I feel like we left him out of the list, but in fact, everyone at North Polk who has a mullet, they are not pulling it off as well as Josh.
I will say, Peasley there on that shot, not even close. Must have hit his head a little too hard there trying to dive in on one of the North Polk players.
Here's Josh Gehring for the three. Oh, if he gets this, I'm going insane. Oh, that's
just
all right.
Barely off there.
You know, I love Josh. I see him every day in the hallway. I always ask him about how practice goes. He's just a fantastic, upstanding guy here at North Polk. As 40 seconds remain in me and Colby's high school basketball announcing career. I love you, Colby.
Okay.
Colby, give me a hug.
Nope.
Colby, I want you to give me a hug.
That's okay.
I'm giving you a hug, Colby.
Please don't.
Oh, Colby. I gave him a hug, ladies and gentlemen.
It's going to be called for a foul there, so Hastings will be sent to the line. 23.6 remaining, 33-65.
Yes, sir. And I'd also like to extend a huge thank you to Maddie over here. Maddie, can I get a pound it? Maddie gave me a pound it. Maddie's been our manager. She's filmed a couple games for us this year. Actually, all of the boys' games, I think. Yeah, pretty much. So huge shout out to Maddie. Thank you so much, Maddie. Maddie, do you want to say something into the microphone? All right, she's declined.
As Nemmer's here now with the ball, 20 seconds remaining. As Josh Gehring.
Oh, yes, sir.
The drive in, lays it up. He'll be fouled, so he'll have some free throws at the line there. Darn close to not getting an and one there.
Oh, yeah, here's Josh Gehring from the free throw.
Josh Gehring, his first trip at the free throw line, and no good on the first. See if he can't knock down the second one.
Here we go, Josh.
And Josh Gehring just off there gets the rebound and lays it up, no good. Lays it up again, no good.
Oh, he gets that rebound again, though.
And lays it up and in, Josh Gehring. 3 offensive rebounds and lays it up and in.
That right there is the GOAT.
No, that is the Viper.
That is the Viper. You are right as rain,
Time
Colby.
expires here. It's 35-67, your final score. And a very disappointing end of the season for North Polk.
Hey, but you know what? I'll take that Josh Gehring shot over a blowout win every day, you know? Bravo.
But they lost to DCG 38-61 in their last matchup. Then lose to Ballard 35-67, both at home. So they're really going to have to step it up here against ADM if they want to keep their season alive.
Yeah, and once again, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning into these broadcasts. Keep in mind that next year, these broadcasts will be continued by a few freshmen and sophomores that have offered to pick up the gig for us. So thank you, everyone, for being a part of this for us, and thanks for tuning in and letting us do this.
Yeah, thanks for everybody who's supported this channel, and also don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, so that way next season you never miss a North Polk game.
Awesome, and I'd just like to